Ah. over 300 reasons to get behind the wheel of an Audi Certified Plus vehicle at the Spring Into Audi event. Our models go through a 300 plus point inspection that makes sure Certified Plus vehicles are ready to hit the road. And now you can get a 1% rate reduction on eligible Audi Certified Plus models. So why buy new when you can get a used Audi? Offers end March 31st, 2021. Visit audi.ca/CPO or a dealership to learn more.
Audi. Vorsprung durch Technik.
Some guy called Peter managed to jump a skipping rope over 12,000 times in an hour. Really, it's a world record. We looked it up. Well, we think he'd like Spotify Premium. Instead of just 6 skips an hour, Premium gives you unlimited skips.
So you can jump between tracks as much as you like. Learn more about Premium when you tap the banner. Go on, do it for Peter.
Can I get to that? No. Make a ramp or something. Where's that coming from? Oh. Oops. Oof. Enemy? What the hell? Look at this guy coming up. Is that why they all run away? Hello, everyone. Cool. Da-da-da-da-da. And da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Generating nav mesh. Taking ages to generate this nav mesh. What is this guy doing there? What the hell? Do I have binoculars? No. Oh, they saw me. Oh shit. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Run. Oh, what is this guy doing there? Oh, they killed me. Did they? No. Fuck me. Go, 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 go. I need a high cover here. Damn, they're everywhere. Might have spawned too many NPCs here. What? Oh. Damn. These guys are tough. So I need a high cover here. And I need to make sure that this is climbable. Can I increase? Yes. Okay, so now I should be able to grab it from here, which is good. Grapple.
For over 130 years, Clubhouse has helped you make grandma's meatballs.
Okay. And so we need a high cover there. What can we use for a high cover? Something like this. I hate that and there's not enough space. Okay, so for now, I'm gonna just take this and duplicate it and rotate it like that. Just because I want a quick high cover. And then we will find a way to integrate this better. That's very high though. There's why I want an eye cover, so that when you cover here and there's someone there, you can fight there well. I didn't bother that. Also about how do I activate in panel? Almost there. That obviously that. Why? Why didn't I think before? Nothing. They saw me. I should be able to grab her from here, but I'm not. Why? Maybe because I'm not on the ground. Oh, let's increase the terrain. Is it? Let's actually paint grass so that we know that it's. We can get that. Awesome. And let's paint some vegetation. For the sake of it. This vegetation probably is not the best place to be spawned there, but you know, let's just not be too picky. Like how you come in from here. Alright, let's try. So we got someone there. It's cool. You can see the other guys. 1, 2. Let's shoot this time. Okay. Where's our friend? There. Looking at. Oh, it's so me. Let's see if the high card works. Cool.
With intelligent active noise cancellation on the new Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro, block out the ordinary and escape into extraordinary sound quality as you feel every beat. And when it's time to connect, be confident you're heard with crystal clear calls. Hey there. The new Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro wireless earbuds. Click or tap to elevate the everyday with epic sound.
What is the true power of nature? Is it the pure calm found in its most remote corners?
La, 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 la.
Or the raw, untamed force that flows from its depths? At Mazda,
Not sure about these fans, so we'll see.
Mazda, the journey is your destination. Click the banner to listen to Mazda's Back to Nature playlist on Spotify.
No, super sure indeed. Using Far Cry editor. If you own Far Cry 5, you own also the level editor, which I think is a good tool to train your level art and level design skill. Currently, I've started this a launch 12 hours ago, this map from scratch, and I was focusing on the first pass of Levelart and level design, and now I'm just checking that this works. There are areas like this one that it is really bad, but I haven't focused on this area. I just want to see how the location get introduced on the gate up there. So I'm just walking up. So here, from here is where I've been polishing a bit more. So it's where I've been looking a bit of the composition and how this location get introduced. Oh shit, got someone there. Okay. So I should have been placed enough cover here to stay to fight with this guy, in theory. And my last addiction was to add defense around to prevent player to bottleneck the players in area that I want, so that I can frame the view. So I got this location here. Very cool. Got a ladder going up. Damn. And I did some cover placements here that you can use. They are looking for covers, so probably we need more covers here. Someone is shooting me from here. What the hell is doing the guy there? I don't know. So right now the AI doesn't have any logic. What the hell? Why does it want? So they're behaving a bit weird. But well, are you a game dev? Do you work in game? Let's see, you got enough cover here. That guy's not far. Let's go behind here. So you see how from here we are moving to this cover now, and then we can move to this cover to get closer and closer to the objective, which is this location here, which is what they are defending. Then from this location down there, we're gonna find the VIP person. I'm curious to see where the NPC will go. Where is that guy? Now I'm trying to get into 3D environment art, the game industry, but my portfolio is in work in progress. Yeah, I think the portfolios are always work in progress, but let me stop this. I'm gonna show you something. So first, like things like this editor are very useful if you want to do some personal project to show that you can do some level art. But yeah, and I wanted to show you some example that worked out really well in my case. So you see here, I already did a while ago some similar thing that I'm doing today, where I'm trying to build a space with a Far Cry and to show how I build it so that people will understand. So I think if you do something similar, like you take an editor, game editor, it doesn't have to be Far Cry, it can be whatever game editor you have available, and then you create a sort of a mission, like a linear mission or whatever you want to do, and then you try to highlight all the thinking process that went behind what you did in the Levelart. I think that's a good way to create portfolio pieces that doesn't necessarily shows that like super amazing cool art, but it definitely shows that you understand the concept behind video games. Because games, unlike a film, they are not just about the visual, they're also about the gameplay. So knowing about the gameplay is always useful. Oh, yeah, I hope that makes sense. That's pretty cool. And then in general, yeah, personal. But what's your portfolio? I will link it. You might get banned by my bot that I didn't add. So maybe join the. I would say so, but I haven't add the bot on this channel. My friend did, so I don't know how to unlock you to do the post link. I mean, this okay. So yeah, if you can post in Discord, yeah, I can look at it there. Open Discord. So if you check on the info of the channel, you should find a link to join the Discord channel of the you should post it on either general discussion or share your art channel, which is under the open channel categories. One of those. Let's see. I think the overall atmosphere of this video is really nice. I really like these dramatic camera movements, and I think you do a really good job with the framing and the composition of shot. I like how you have a lot of foreground, and you always have a shot in the shot that you're displaying. You always have elements in the foreground and moves, which is pretty nice. So like here you got this tree, and everything's really nice. What I would be focusing on is on how you blend everything together, because you see how the grass here is just growing on top of dirt. Sometimes it's better to paint a bit of grass texture at the bottom just to make it blend better. And in general, also the lighting might help a bit to improve this thing. And another thing that I noticed is that I don't see any material variation. So if you can see here, it's all very flat, all very like Lambert, if you know the type of material, which is very matte. So Also, like in general, try to
With intelligent active noise cancellation on the new
add
Samsung
things,
Galaxy Buds Pro.
just sticking on the terrain, but try to blend them. So if you are like the post here, try to add some rocks around it just to help blending the details on it. You see how you did here with the grass on the bottom of the one of the legs of this tower. That's good. And let's see what else. And see it on the screen. Are you weren't able to see the YouTube? Interesting. Ah, wait. I think I'm sharing. Wait. What about now? Sorry. Oh, you must have. Okay, so you didn't see anything. Okay. So yeah, this looks cool. I like the details. Generally, really good. What I would have done here, I would maybe have blended a bit more the grass here and make it a bit mostly like climbing up here, just to have blended a bit more kind of thing. I don't know if that makes sense. Kind of like that, just to blend better the details here. And also another thing that I noticed that it's very straight, like the end here and the beginning. Yeah, like moss on the stone or just a mold or some color variation to help blend these orange rocks with the green. What I noticed here that is very straight. I don't know if the concept was straight like that. Actually, no. You see that all the concept is very like curved. Where here I can see that it's very straight. So I think in general, if that was like more like, let's see if I can draw more like that and then that, and it could have been more interesting instead of just a straight line. And you see here, this is like a very harsh, so maybe a bush here or something, just to add a bit of variation. And in general, one big thing that I see from the concept is the lighting. The lighting is very different. Here, the light is everywhere, where in the concept, it's very focused on this area, which is also really interesting. But yeah, in general, I think this is like, I like more this environment than the other one, because I think this one follows more like a style, like a style kind of thing. And this one, I think it just need to, this one is trying to be realistic, but it's not yet there, and it's normal. Like when I first was learning, I was making the same thing, and I'm just saying that this looks better because it follows a style that is easier to achieve. What I would definitely have here is decals with puddles and mud on the ground here to add a bit of reflection and have that material contrast and everything. What I was saying earlier, that the reason why the Far Cry editor is really useful is because you can create some portfolio pieces like this one that I'm showing you now. This one, which is what I did a while ago, which is basically create a sort of a missions where you can play through and you can take cover and you kind of explain the composition and the thinking behind and what I just said, but you weren't able to see the image. So now you should be able to see the image. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. If you follow us on Tuesday and Thursday, we do 2 hours lives where we analyze. I cannot see the old videos. I cannot see the old videos, but if you go on where's more videos, it redirects to the YouTube channel where we save all the VODs and we make the highlights. And basically what we do every Tuesday and Thursday, we we get a game, like in this case, the Titanfall Control Raid 2, and we analyze the environment from my point of view, which I work in the industry, and that's cool. That's cool. Didn't know you were coming from 3D, man. But yeah, cool. So if you know, you already know. No need to explain myself again. I see. Sorry. Should have told me at the beginning. I would have connected. Sorry. But yeah, cool. So I think if you follow us, you know already that every time I play every game, there are puddles everywhere. So water and reflection really adds to break that material contrast. You can see here, for example, we got the light that way, and we got metal, and we got concrete, we got wood, we got metal. So there's a lot of contrast within the thing. I don't know if that makes sense. So in general, contrast is really good. As you can see, the lighting is on purposely lighting only this area here. Can I disable all these things? Maybe, I don't know. Probably not. Anyway, the lighting is lighting only this area on purpose because that's the focus of this sort of mission. You will probably start from here or something, and you have a path going down, and you have different way to approach this mission. You can either go to the tower, and then from the tower get the zip line and going there, and then stealthily getting in. And that's the reason why I started to put some. What is this? I started to put some fences around because I wanted to channel the player is in locations. So right now, the only location that I have open with a fence is like this one, the climbing ledge that you see here, the climbing ledge that you see somewhere there, and the entrance here. For now, I just worked on this entrance in terms of presentation, and the reason why we're blocking a lot of ways is so that we can curate and make the entrance looking better. Obviously, it is still a work in progress, and eventually, this is like just an outpost. It's heavy guarded and everything, but at the end, you just need to go inside this bunker, which is what they are defending. Oh my god, what is this? A rock? Where is it? I hope that makes sense. And obviously, I'm still working. I think I will need another 12 hours to finish this. I started this morning, and that's what I got from scratch, and that's what I got. So I think it's getting there. Okay, so I have many more. So if you want to become an environment artist means two things. Means 3D artist and level artist. And as an environment artist, you need to do both. So the editor really helps you to train your level art skill, which is basically you use asset that you get provided and you just make a space. And you try to follow a narrative, and you try to make an interesting space with interesting silhouettes, with interesting things in environment. So level art is something that is required as an environment artist as well. A lot of studios hire people as a level artist only, which means that you are only an editor placing objects, which is still cool because you can make interesting spaces, especially you're not making a lot of 3D. And yeah, and in my opinion, to be a good environment artist, being a good environment artist means knowing all the other teams that works around your job. So like lighting, level design, or VFX, all those other department that works around the environment art. So the more you know about all of those around the fields, the better you can do your job, because you gotta know things that will help you to make the environment better from all point of views. For example, if I know that You know, the light is gonna be there. I know that when I put a light here, I know that if the light is there and I put a puddle there, it will get a nice reflection and that will make the environment looking cool. So thanks to the fact that you know about lighting, you can get those sort of details and make the environment looking cooler. So that's why I think it's important to know a bit of environment and level design. In terms of level design, when you're working with your level designer, you will have to probably the level designer will create a blockout first, or you will work with him to create a blockout, and then after the blockout is done, it's your job to make the blockout pretty. And you know, sometimes you got covers everywhere, and you need to find ways to replace those Lego boxes or gray boxes with pretty assets. And if you know a bit about level design, your knowledge can help you to place like a better cover, or to suggest some changes that will not impact a lot the level design, because you kind of know what you're doing, but it will improve the overall look of the space. So this editor here allows you to do level art and level design. Long story short. Like right now, I placed NPCs and enemies around, but it's not really necessary. But what will you find is that when you're making environments for game, which are meant to be played as a gamer, you will find yourself most of the time looking at the environment and say, oh, okay, that's gonna be a tower that I'm gonna have there because I wanna have a sniper, so that creates interesting gameplay thing. And then I want that, and I know that at a checkpoint there's gonna be a heavy guarded guy that is gonna shoot the player. So you do all this like thinking process thing when you're making an environment for game, and these editors allows you to go a bit beyond that thinking process and play some of those NPC to see what you were thinking real in the game by placing NPCs. Am I just talking random, or you all make sense? Let me know if it doesn't make sense. Great info, cool. Glad you find that useful. Okay. What is your station? So if you go under the channel, you should see my face, which is the first one on the left, or the one with a red smoke. And if you press on that picture, you should get to my station. Maybe. Let me know if it's broken. Let me know if it's broken, and I will try to fix it. Right now, I'm going a bit crazy with these fans. I don't really like it, but I know that it's not really meant to be everywhere like that. But you know, I'm just playing around. Did the link work? Nice. Yeah, I could have actually pasted this out, sorry. My brain is a bit slow at this time of the day and after so long in front of the computer. Okay, I think for tonight it's good. And we got good lighting. Let me move a bit this. Oh my god, you see that's what happened with environment. Like you say, okay, I'm not gonna continue anymore, but then you ended up spending another 20 minutes. Because you really wanna fix something or you really wanna do something. It's addicting. Do you guys find it addicting? So right now what I'm trying to do is to create a sort of a channel which will be like water erosion, I guess. Sort of like channel that goes there. And it's cool just to give a bit of vignetting to the objective of this mission. And then I'm gonna take a bit of this. I'm gonna move it here. And then you know what we're gonna do? Lastly, I'm gonna add a quote. So let's add a quote. Gameplay. Bacon. And let's add a quote here. Cool. Actually, let's add it here. And then let's get the player, which is that one. Oh, that one. This is the spawning point for the player. I'm gonna have it here because that's what I wanna have the player standing. The idea is that they are approaching that location secretly via like the woods and abandoned places, and then they're gonna go to free and kill the NPC, which is in a secret bunker. But maybe a bit back. That should be good. Let's see. Nav mesh, for those who doesn't know what a nav mesh is basically a layer, a mesh, which is where the NPC will work. So if NPC doesn't have a nav mesh, they will not be able to navigate the space. And they will only able to navigate the space where the nav mesh is generated. So that's what. And nav mesh is a short for navigation mesh, obviously. Okay, there is some error. Let's see what error we get here. A player's point is outside the map limit. Oh. This one. Oh shit. We're outside the map limit. Okay, so obviously, because this is a small map, I had to put the map limit to prevent players to go outside it. Oh, yeah. Let's go back to it. Let's go assault. Right, obviously this is a sloppy work, but you get the point of, ooh, that's the objective where you have to go. You're like hidden and you're like safe, and then you take the binoculars and you like zoom and try to see what's going on. I think we are too far right now, so we will not be able to see any NPC. Ah, no, we see an NPC. Okay, so an NPC there. NPC there by the helicopters. There's a one there, but we're not getting it, so it looks really cool. And then we go out, and then we will highlight more of these, but it is that you take something, and then you get close to it. I understand that you're going to make it's okay, like from my point of view, it's okay if what you're adding on a station is like advertised that it's not your work, but it's like on the Far Cry, and then you are only doing Levelart. So in that case there, I think if you clearly state that the art, like the models and everything, they're not your property, but you just did the Levelart, I think it's good. I think they're not alerted, and I really like this silhouette here. I think it's really cool. So, does that make sense, Alex? Like, yes, you can place that, but you need to state clearly that you just did the level art of what you're showing, and you didn't do the 3D models. And then what you can also do is, instead of doing a whole environment, you can focus on one prop and make it really good. So if you have the level art in Far Cry, which you say, oh, if you do the level art with the Far Cry editor, you state that you only did the level art, and then on top of that you create a new prop and you make it really cool. Those two together are showing that you can do level art because you just did it, and that you can do models and props because you did a cool prop. The benefits of that is that when you're making a prop, it's much faster than making an entire environment. And if you can make a prop, if you can make a good prop, you can definitely make an environment. So yeah. Oh damn, I'm getting sorry. So yeah. So I know that it's cool to make an environment here and shows a lot of nice pictures. Like, you can show like a picture like that and it looks cool, wow, and you can put on a station and it will look cool. But if you are aiming to be an environment artist, you also need to show things that you made yourself in terms of models. So yes, you can place things like that and say, oh, I did this to exercise my level art skill, and then next to that portfolio piece in our station, you can have a model that you make, like, I don't know, the radome, and you're like showing all the nice details that you did on the radome. And in the level art post, if you're using other people material, I will mention the fact that for time constraint, you decide to use a level editor so that you can really focus on the level art skills, kind of thing. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Crystal. Like, in general, just try to be smart in the way you place things. So obviously, if you make the models and the level art and everything, it's so cool and you don't have to explain anything. But if you use a level editor and you use someone else's art, you mentioned that you just exercise, and you can say because of work, I try to transform the weakness of why you're using a level editor to your strength, which is in your case you wanted to focus more on the leveler without being distracted with technicalities like in the 3D and all those sort of problem solving moments. And yeah, that will kind of cheating, but I think it's cool. If that lands your job, then you won. So I think currently you don't see that quote coming out, so I'm gonna take this and rotate it a bit so that it's pointing a bit there, so that when you start you have that in the silhouette, which is really cool. And yeah, let's see if that works. Rotate this a bit. Never play. I'm just curious to see the first shot. All right, you see the rule of third, you see the quad. I want to be a bit further. Okay, a bit further back. So what I'm gonna do instead, I'm gonna move this one here and go move this one here, because I want to make it feel enclosed. I want to make it feel like you are behind something. You're safe, sort of thing. So if we move it there now. Okay, it's better. You can see how we got both now. Let's rotate a bit, this a bit more. Oh, whatever. Okay, so it's even stronger leading lines. Do you see how I'm building the first shot based on where I spawn the player? So if I stop here and I take a screenshot like I do in the during the live that we do, we got the rule of third here and here. I guess sort of here, then sort of here. The image is a bit cut, and you can see how this part is there. And then if we take another, if we do another rule of third, and we do it here, you can see how this guy is like that, like around that intersection line. And yeah, and also one other thing that we got in this shot is like these foreground elements.
With the Scotia Total Equity Plan Mortgage, you can enjoy your home today.
You got these foreground elements which create sense of depth, which is nice, and vignetting here. And you got some leading lines, which is this, they're leading you down there kind of thing. And yeah, in general, I think your eyes, you see the quad, you do whoop, and you go there. You know what is missing here? You know what is missing here? Paddles are missing. So I will probably be placing paddle here that will reflect the image there. Another thing that I will be doing now that I'm looking at it is I'm gonna remove some trees at the top. Oh my god, okay. So on the top here, I'm gonna remove some trees to create some paddles are missing. I'm gonna remove some of that and gonna place some just low vegetation. Actually, maybe a bit taller. Okay, now we're gonna maybe more. You can see how the lack of this thing, the negative space, now is like getting that. Ideally, what I would like is to create some sort of directionality on that, but it's very hard to control how you place this biome. Let's see. This maybe. Total. Maybe something. I mean, that's better. But you can see how on that now this is missing and it's kind of signpost in this location. Then lastly, I'm gonna take all of these paddles and select multiple things. Okay. And I'm gonna copy them there. And we get this like wet effect. So now when we start, let's see how it looks. See how it started to look more cooler? We got paddles. There's let's wait for the UI to go away. You can see how with little tricks you can improve the perception of how cool your environment is from a player perspective. Just for a random thing. Yeah. Hope that makes sense. Does that make sense? So I'll probably continue this another time, but for now, I'm gonna go to bed. It was a pleasure to share this for a long time, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Oh, it's 1 o'clock. 3D Mentor is online, so I'm gonna raid 3D Mentor because he's really a good guy. How do I raid someone? Okay. Raid channel. 3D Mentor. Wait. Alright, guys. It was a pleasure to be with you today. Hope you have a good day, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Good day, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Good day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.